When Duryodhana saw the army of righteousness, right? The bad thoughts starting, the good thoughts starting to flow in meditation. He got what? Scared, right? And he ran to his guru, right? His Swadharma, right? He went to this samsara that he performed in his previous life. And that is what leads that? The previous Swadharma, which is equivalent to our habits, right? He ran to the guru, and what did he do? He wants, behold the mighty army of the Pandavas. Who are they being led by? The son of who? Drupada. Now I must tell you a little story here. Dronacharya was the son of a Brahmin, right? As a matter of fact, he was the son of Bharatwajman. And Dronacharya was born in a wooden box, a wooden casket like. So the word Dhru also means wood in Sanskrit. And when he was, Brahmins are very poor people, you know. They don't go after the material desires. They lived their life back then as very poor, as very humble people, because they didn't have the need for the material desires. Most of the Brahmins, they went and they would do puja, and their disciples would go out and ask for charity alms, and they bring it back to the ashram, and everybody will eat, you know. So Dronacharya was in the same ashram that Draupad was a prince back then, Drupada. And Drupada and Drona grew up together as children, you know. The Brahmins and the kings and the prince would associate, because most of the time the prince would go to the ashram to learn battle and devotion and all different things from the gurus. So as they were growing up, one day Draupad said, man, look, you know how children talk. He said, if you ever need anything when I become king, you come see me, take care of it. So Draupad grew up and he became Drupada became a very powerful king. And what happened? Drona had a son named Aswatthama, little boy, and his wife, and they were very poor and they had no money and they didn't have anything to feed the children. So his wife encouraged him and says, go see your friend now, maybe your friend can give us at least one cow so we can have milk to feed the baby. So when Drona went, he went to the king, and Draupad, being a powerful king, Drona went and reminded him, you can tell me when we were growing up, man, if I need something to come to you. And he went, and when he went, what happened? Draupad shunned him, Drupada, and sent him away without giving him anything, and he was very insulted by it. And they said the worst mistake you can make is to insult or curse a Brahmin, because his curse is worse than the Trishul of Lord Shiva if he curses you. So that's why if somebody offends you, the best thing to do is what? Pray for him and walk away. Right? Because sometimes you turn around and you offend him, what else happens after that? And then you have another fight, and another fight, and they destroy each other, right? So when he did that, Draupad came and he became the guru to the Kurus, the Pandavas and the Kauravas, right? And they became very formidable soldiers, didn't they? The Pandavas, they were undefeated. What did he do? He sent them his first test when they come. He says, the Pandavas says, how do we repay you for all this that you have done for us? He says one thing, you see that fellow Draupad? Go and conquer his kingdom and bring him to me as a prisoner. And he did. They went and conquered Drupada and brought him back. And when they brought Drupada back, Drupada was humbled by what has happened because of his mistake. And he did out of the kindness of Drona. What did he do? He gave back the southern half of the kingdom to Drupada to rule. And he kept the northern half. Now, isn't that interesting? Why the southern half and why the northern half? Drupada was so concerned about what? when he went when Drona went to Draupadi, he wanted just one cow, right? But he gave him back the whole half of the kingdom. He gave him which half? The southern half. The southern half of the body is from the navel down to the base of the spine. And what is that relates with? What? Material desires. Right? Lust. Right? From the heart upward relates to what? The spiritual, right? Where you find God, we say must look for Him. In the where? In your
Heart.
heart. Right? So, as Draupadi was ruling the southern half, he was so upset. He was upset with Drona. He must get revenge. So what did he do? He went into what? Meditation and performed great sacrifices. And from the sacrifices came forth, from the Havan Kund of his sacrifice came forth who?
Drishtadyumna.
Drishtadyumna. Drishtadyumna came forth, a celestial son that is so powerful, extremely powerful, and very brave. As a matter of fact, the very word drishta means bold. Drishtadyumna means splendor. And we can relate the bold, confident, or confident in splendor. That is the meaning of the word Drishtadyumna, which is the calm inner light, the truth revealing intuition. So what is Drishtadyumna? So when you go into meditation, into the body, what happens? You have to perform great sacrifices. Because at the beginning you're ruling what? You're being ruled by which part of the kingdom? The southern half of the kingdom, right? This is where Draupadi was given, right? But when Draupadi took the southern half of the kingdom, what did he do? He performed great sacrifices. What is the sacrifice? When you sit and you meditate, right? All these things. You have to sacrifice to compete with all the mental negative thoughts that come in your mind, right? You have to make a great sacrifice by sitting there, and when they come, allow them to come and go away. Don't let them stay. So in meditation, when you sit, the bad thoughts come into your mind, let them float right on by. That is meditation. And eventually what's going to come out of it? The calm, truthful, inner light of purity and wisdom. Right? So Draupadi went into meditation, and from the fire he got what? Drishtadyumna. To slay who? The bad habits of Drona. The swadharma that he came in. So this is the meaning of the verse. When Drishtadyumna came forth, it's already established that Drona represents the samsara, the past, right? The swadharma, the footprints left, right? They could be either be good or they could be bad. But through meditation, what happens? Drishtadyumna comes out and conquers and slays the bad habits. Right? And when the bad habits are slayed, what happens? You're able to focus on true happiness, spiritual happiness. So this is what verse 2 and verse 3 from the Bhagavad Gita is telling us. The preceptor, the guru, is both good and evil tendencies in man. And the material desire, the king of evil, tries to exert his influence over this kingdom. But through sacrifice and through meditation, through chanting of the Gita, we can bring out the Drishtadyumna, in each and every one of us. And when we do that, the inner light of calmness and truth and spirituality shows its true colors to us and conquers and slays all the bad habits and develops the good habits in us. This is what chapter 1, verse 2 and 3 teaches us. It is explained that when material desire and his army of sense tendencies and their restless thoughts try to reinforce himself by past material habits in order to dissuade the spiritual person from the practice of meditation, they find that the calm inner light of awakening intuition, well trained in meditation by past spiritual habits, has effectively arrayed the discriminative faculties to give metaphysical resistance to that army. This is the purpose of verse 2 and 3 of chapter 1. Let us all pray. You can do the chant for me after the prayer, please. Om Hari Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsacharnurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. बोलो कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की।